I've never met a tech guy who I thought was interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
And like they usually just talk about tech.
What do their voices sound like?
Kind of high pitched.
Very fast.
And quiet, kind of like they're like kind of like high pitched but like quiet at the same time. And like mousy almost, I think.
Yeah.
I have the stereotype that those people are not confident.
I feel like tech guys, everybody speaks over them.
And they're very just like they blend into the background, like they won't say and push over. Like that's my opinion on them. Obviously could be totally offside.
Right.
You never know until you meet the person. But
Well, no,
like,
it's true. A lot of tech guys.
yeah. So.
All right, guys. So before we get started, I got to tell you about today's sponsor, Shortform. Shortform is a website that takes all these really high-level books from entrepreneurs, business owners, but also every category. You got fiction, nonfiction, something for everybody, really. Shortform is basically like a book summary on steroids. They take the book, they give an overview of it, they give a summary of all of the different chapters and sections, and then they offer additional stuff such as analysis of the books. Also, they hold them up against other books, compare ones that are similar. There's like mini essays and comments about specific sections and peer-reviewed studies that sometimes contradict some of the stuff in the books. But the point I'm getting at is like, if you read books all the time like me, but you want to read even more about the book, like different angles, different interpretations, short form is like crack, okay? You get so much information, so much more juice is squeezed out of the books. Plus, in addition to that, it's less than like one book a month, okay? And if you guys sign up now with my link in the description, you can get 20% off a 6-month subscription and the first 5 days for free. So you guys can try it out for 5 days, and if you like it, you get 20% off. So if you're interested in that, check the link in the description below. Now, for today's video. I filmed this one a little while ago. It's with my friend Serena, and we're going to go over a bunch of different things, but it's an awesome episode. Enjoy.
And I'm feeling good. I like a dude who fucks his life up and then gets it back together on purpose.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Good Bro, Bad Bro, the #1 show in the world for young kings and queens and in-betweens, for dating, relationships, social skills, self-improvement, and basically for people that are 18 to 30 that are on a journey of self-improvement. They're trying to make their life better, and they're sick of hearing lies from everybody else, because the best way to put what we're getting at here is a lot of the things we say may be offensive, but at least we're telling the truth, guys. Would you rather hear the truth and be somewhat offended, but you learn, or just keep being told the same neutral takes that society wants to tell you, that it's equal outcome as opposed to equal opportunity? That's a little side tangent I just went on. But Serena's back.
Good intro.
Yeah, welcome back, Serena.
Thank you very much for having me.
What we were talking about just before this went on, a couple things, but people only pay attention to things if they're agreeable or disagreeable. They don't care about neutral stuff, right? So if you say something everybody already knows, who cares? That's not very special. If you say something that's brand new, earth-shattering, or you say it with a lot of passion, they go, oh, okay, like that's interesting, I'm engaged. If you say something that people disagree with, they're going to be like, oh man, I have to completely die here on this hill defending what I believe in. Right? Yes. So that's just a side note for how to get your message across. And that's the strategy for going viral on TikTok. If you do hot takes, then you'll stand out, versus if you do neutral, boring, safe takes, then nobody's ever going to care about the stuff.
And you just get brought along with the rest of it. Just blend right in.
We have a bunch of different things we're going to go over, but one thing we were talking about is different character archetypes amongst men. And what this means is that your appearance and how you dress says a lot about you. For example, I'll do episodes where I purposely make my hair look greasy. I'll wear a bullet necklace. All people can talk about is, why does this guy have a bullet necklace? Right? Or a bolo. Or I had a girl on, and the lighting setup was kind of weird, so her face was shiny. And everyone's like, yo, her face is glowing. It's a mirror.
Yeah. I think I remember that episode. I remember the girl. She did have really nice skin.
Yeah, she had great skin.
Yeah, she did.
But it was shiny.
Yeah.
Right? So anyways, but the point is, people pay more attention to the speaker than they do the argument. That's a common thing we see on TikTok. Like, let's say, you post something and I disagree with it, right? Well, am I going to use logic, or am I just going to be like, yo, this girl's ugly? She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Like go after the person.
Yeah, like this girl doesn't know what she's talking. She's spoiled. She's rich girl, right?
Yes, for sure.
But in reality, what you should be doing is using logic, but TikTok's not about logic.
No.
TikTok's about emotion.
Most of the people on there don't really think before they shoot off some kind of comment or whatever they're doing. No.
Yeah.
It's like a passing. That's the whole point, right? You're passing through and you're like, let me just shoot off a quick comment, move to the next. Another comment, move to the next.
Yeah. I mean, I think pretty much everybody on TikTok would agree with me too when I say this, that TikTok is for stupid people, right? Because stupid people have short attention spans. Our attention span has been drastically dropping the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Social media, YouTube videos. Now we have Facebook Shorts. We got Instagram
YouTube
Reels.
Shorts even.
YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Now TikTok, the best videos are 7 to 10 seconds long.
Yes.
All people do is they make a 7-second TikTok and then they put the text on the screen.
Yeah.
You know, and then by the time you read it, it takes you about
The
6
views up
seconds.
and it's going
and
over
then it
again.
loops.
Yes, I saw that. Somebody like literally put a whole hack about how you should be doing that. I was like,
Right.
that's smart, but like.
But think about people that you hang out with and how many of them that have short attention spans. Those aren't people you want to be around. People that are just like, you ever been on a date and then a couple minutes in, you don't know what to say. So somebody pulls out their phone and you're like, the disrespect,
you're like, whoa,
man.
what are you doing?
Or you're hanging out with somebody and they pull out your
Yes.
phone, right?
That's more often. I hate when people do that. Especially like being somebody who like, I do use my phone a lot. Like I think I use my phone a lot. If I put my phone down and you're still picking it up, ooh.
That's what I mean.
It's a problem.
Right. Yeah. So those are things that just aren't good qualities in general. But the people that do that are people that generally have low attention spans.
Yes.
They're distracted easily. And where do all those people congregate to consume?
TikTok,
right?
TikTok, 100%.
So TikTok's a breeding ground for idiots.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, I mean, shout out to all you guys that are here watching because of TikTok. The idea is you watch one thing and then it gets you off there, right? Because before I woke up before I learned things, people had to convince me to check out their stuff, right?
Yes, for sure. But now it's like you have the little like trailer almost that you're like, oh, I saw this little 7-second video. Let me go look into this now.
Yes.
Because you get someone's attention. They're like, oh, like now I want to see who this is and what they're doing. And
exactly.
do they have Instagram or do they have this or that or whatever? And now you're like all into it.
Yeah, that's the key. I mean, another sad truth too for everybody watching right now on TikTok is we're drug dealers, right? We want you to keep coming back and watching the same stuff over and over again.
Yep.
If you watch a video and you take action, you're like, that's great advice. And then you close the video and never come back. We don't make money.
No.
So that I'm ironic about it because I think social media consumption is very bad.
Yes.
But I'm still going to put it out there because as long as somebody sees it, takes action, uses it, and then they, you know what? Now I'm going to stop consuming. This is the last TikTok I watch. Now I'm actually going to go get my shit together.
Yeah.
That's who I make it for.
Yeah, but also we were literally just talking about this too, that like people who actually do make this content, we were just saying we actually don't go on those apps. Like really, I have limits of 15 minutes on my Instagram and my TikTok. I ignore them sometimes, of course I do.
Yeah.
But like I don't enjoy scrolling through those things anymore and like looking through them because I'm like, I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the other side of it now. Yeah, they're getting you, right? And, like, if I get into a loop of, like, people, like, part 1 of this TikTok, part 2 of this one, and, like, it's like you're in some, like, huge thing. And I'm, like, in the abyss of TikTok right now. I'm on, like, Johnny Depp TikTok right now.
Johnny Depp TikTok.
You know Johnny Depp? He's, like, in, like, a court thing.
Yeah, it's a sad thing. I heard about this. Johnny Depp got rinsed by his tell me the details. I'm going to pull up an image because I saw something on Facebook about it.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know the exact details, but he was married to this woman named Amber. And I guess she came out over the last couple of years and said that he was abusive.
Yeah.
And
well, she said he was abusive.
Yeah, she said he was. The whole thing right now though is that it's opposite. I guess like she like was over exaggerating. I'm not sure the exact story.
Right.
But all over TikTok right now are videos of Johnny Depp making funny comments in court, just basically taking this whole thing as a joke because he knows like I didn't do shit. Like I'm fine. Like I'll be fine after this. Like,
so in court he was dropping zingers and shit.
Yeah, he was just being like. Have you seen Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah.
Okay,
awesome.
You know his like character.
Oh, so he was being Jack Sparrow.
He's pretty much Jack Sparrow in real life. It is hilarious. I've been on this TikTok, and you know what? That's the first time. Like I just like finished school a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So now I've actually had a couple of minutes like in the car, been on TikTok, whatever, and I'm just like, wow, like these people are getting so much press over us watching these court hearings on TikTok. If TikTok wasn't a thing, we'd have no idea what this was going on.
Well, I mean, Johnny Depp, basically TMZ, everybody would be on Johnny Depp.
Yeah, but it's just like kind of crazy. Like that, like people like me, I wouldn't be like going to look up videos of him in court. Like,
yeah, that's true. You wouldn't care.
No, I wouldn't care, but TikTok makes me care. And that's like every other part of TikTok, right?
That's
it's like,
the thing. TikTok makes you care.
And that applies to everything, whether it's like fashion or like these people like Johnny Depp or like parties or whatever, Coachella, the whole Revolve thing that I went to. TikTok was going off about like it being like Fire Festival and like made it so much bigger than it really was because all of a sudden people were like invested in it and they like cared. Yeah. Imagine all the free press everyone got from that.
Massive marketing opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a company that did a really cool experiment. I think it was like a beer company or something. And they're like, guys, we're going to do a contest. It's called Best Job in the World. You're going to get paid $400,000 a year. You only work 2 hours a day, and you're going to clean up trash on the beach in Australia, right? You have to enter to win best job ever. Right?
Okay.
What happened was this became news. Every news station is reporting, guys, Do you ever like doing nothing, working on the beach? Well, guess what? This beer company just, because news need bullshit to talk about.
Yeah.
So they ended up getting something like $75 million worth of press for the initial investment of, hey, we're going to do this contest. Who wants this job?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because the story was more valuable than the actual beer
position.
company.
Yeah, and the position itself too. That's crazy.
Big brain shit.
But that's how it is in like real, like in TikTok, like really, like before TikTok, even on Instagram, you didn't get that. Like there was no like way for like your shit to go viral or like something to trend. Twitter, different story. Like you could have done that. You could have like on Twitter, like things would like get retweeted and people would be like hyped when like their things got like likes or like whatever. But besides that, like on Instagram, you can't do that.
No.
Like things aren't like trending really on Instagram.
No. TikTok, it's just the scroll up.
Yeah.
You know what that is? The slot machine effect. Too.
Yeah, no, it's like
the reason that we're addicted to our apps isn't because like we're anticipating people like their stuff or anticipating a new post from somebody else. It's that we don't know what there is.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
It's like you're looking.
It could be the worst thing ever. It could be the best thing ever. But we know every time we go there, we don't know.
Yeah.
And the fact, it's like gambling.
Yeah.
You're spinning the dice.
Yeah.
Anyways, this Johnny Depp thing. Here's this image I saw.
Yes.
So throughout the past week during the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, we have learned women can verbally assault men in front of everyone, and it's perfectly fine. A woman can relieve herself on a man's pillow and laugh with her friends about it, and that's fine. A woman can cut off a man's fingertip in a heated argument, and nobody bats an eye.
And she went after him to begin with. Like, this is all stuff that she did, and now she, like...
Crazy
stuff.
You know what's funny? I bet all the women on TikTok are like, Johnny Depp's awful.
No, everyone's loving him.
Really?
Loving him.
Yes,
yeah,
TikTok.
No.
Based TikTok.
Okay, I'm a huge Johnny Depp fan, and like that would not be a reason for me to like support this guy or whatever, but it's hilarious. Like, this is quality stuff that's going on in court right now. Like, you can't get enough of it.
You know what was really fun to watch?
What?
When Mark Zuckerberg had trial. Remember the Facebook?
No.
You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, man. So basically... the U.S. government's like, they had all these questions about, hey, you've been spying on people?
Yeah.
You've been selling their information? So they had all these Congress members, politicians, and just like multiple questions all day. And he just sat there drinking water, answering them. And it was good because you have one of the smartest men in the world answering questions from the government that are about invasive spying on people, privacy, selling their ads. And he's sitting there and he's like, oh, that's a great question. Me and my team will have to get back to you. But some people are so stupid. They're like, wait, when we're friends on Facebook, you can click on my profile? Like actual Congress members were asking those kind of questions.
Oh my God.
It was good.
That's a whole different story too, because like Facebook, when that all came out, that was like the first time ever that people's data was like pretty much like available to like the world, right? So that was a huge issue at the time for personal things. Right. But now even like we're talking about TikTok and like how things are like controversial and situations get blown up. Yeah. This would have been private, most likely. Yeah. Like this Johnny Depp thing, like we wouldn't know what they're saying and like all these details, like all the details you just read about what's going on, we would have no idea.
You know what? I wish it was like that too, because I would love to, respect the privacy of Johnny Depp.
Aren't you curious? Like, I get too curious. I'm so invested in this right now. I need to know what happens.
Okay, let me see. Let's keep reading then. A woman can demand money in a civil setting and claim it's for donation purpose and keep it, and all is right with the world. Fine. Oh. A woman can gaslight a man into believing horrible things about himself that are not true. Oh, Johnny.
Poor guy.
You're a king. A woman can smirk and laugh during court proceedings while a man is forced to relive horrible experiences. Yeah, that's fucked.
He was laughing too, though.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No, he was laughing too, but like she was like, apparently she's like not well.
You don't say. Really?
No, but
I wonder.
I wonder why.
A woman can talk poorly about a man's kids. A woman can put makeup and fingernail polish on her, and the law will pass it off as bruises and blood. That's fucked.
I heard about that before this court thing. And you know what, on TikTok, you never know if something's true or not. Like, a video can go viral. You have no idea where that information's coming from. Yeah. So I did hear that. But I had no idea if it was actually a thing or not.
So messed up, right? The majority of domestic abuse does happen where the man, it's men hitting other men. Yeah. But also women. Yes. But the bottom line is it's men doing the damage. Yeah. But because of that stereotype and, statistic-based thing we do know, anytime some kind of abuse calls thing, everybody sides with the woman.
Yeah, it's so true.
It's guilty till proven innocent.
I was kind of expecting that to be this situation. Yeah. Like, what before this all happened, like in the court situation, like on the TikTok, like whatever, I was expecting him to just go down. Like, I heard that they took away Pirates of the Caribbean from him. They like...
What?
Yes.
What do you mean they took Pirates of the Caribbean away from him?
He's not allowed to be associated with the franchise anymore.
Oh my God, for what? For him getting abused?
No, yeah, because of this. And that's the whole thing. Like, he got all this shit taken away from him now. So honestly, I was like, this guy's done for. Like, they already like took him away from all this stuff and like everyone's like hating on him and whatever. But I think actually TikTok is like redeeming him in a way.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, how can you not side with him? Like, he's being so, like, honest and,
Isn't
like,
that
himself
so
and, like,
fucked up,
whatever.
though? That, like, even if you're in the right or somebody's attacking you, if you're a man, it's like, wow, that's kind of controversial.
Like, just because he was a guy, I was like, oh, he's done. He's screwed.
Disney's like, well, you know, Johnny, I know she beat you up, but like, it's controversial.
Or like what? Like, I think that she did, like, or he hit her one time. He admitted to it. Like, he admitted guilt for, like, hitting her one time.
Oh, did
whatever he did.
Man,
which was like,
we got to actually find the source. We're just talking about our ass here. Okay.
But anyways, the point is that all this stuff was like circling around like one thing he said that like went viral.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yo, shout out to Johnny Depp. Johnny's my guy. I ride or die for Johnny Depp. And that's another thing too. Like, I feel like people need to start siding with the men's side of the story as well sometimes too. Because
sometimes. When it's warranted 100%, but like...
Well, no. What I'm saying is, here's how companies work. Here's how news work. Mm-hmm. The same way TikTok works. They get the most evil, worst possible spin on it, and they go, okay, this is what we're going to run with, right?
Yeah.
You know, like, so let's say Johnny Depp, you know, he throws a piece of paper at her. Right?
Yeah.
So the paper he threw it lightly. It just went like, hit her, right?
Yeah.
The headline would be, Johnny Depp physically assaults wife.
But that's not just, I feel like, not to be like disagreeing with you, but that's like everything, right? Like, right? People always hype it up. It's always worse than it actually is. Right. Obviously, it sucks in that situation because it's like, that's his life.
Well, here's the problem. I think we should take a special caution to things that ruin people's lives.
Yes.
Right?
But news articles, they don't give a shit.
No, they don't.
They're just trying to make money, and like if you have that headline, you have the clickbait, like.
But we're just as bad consuming it, right?
100%. I'm first to do that. Are you joking? Like the first thing I did was Google what was going on with this or anything else like that. If it comes up, you want to know.
I'll give you an example. A band I really love. I'm not going to say the band, but they're awesome. And their lead frontman, he got like his wife called him a drunk, said he was abusive to the kids, took the kids, fled the country, right? Just real awful stuff.
Yeah.
He went to court and he showed all these documents, this text, these audio recordings of her hammered, swearing at him. Basically, she was the one abusing him. Yeah. Right? But that didn't come out until a year later.
Yeah. So it was after
for a year, he had to deal with all those negative headlines of people thinking things about him that weren't true.
Yeah.
And nobody came out with a parade saying sorry, right?
Yeah.
Imagine Johnny calling all the news stations that talk shit about him and being like, hey, where's my story, like, that I'm actually innocent?
It'll never happen.
Never happen.
It'll literally never happen. That's really true. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, flipping the script totally here. We're going to break down some character archetypes for men. Now, a little preface on this. Basically, the way you dress and appear is very important to how people consider what you do, right? Mm-hmm. So your image, especially on first impressions, is super important, right? Based on what you see somebody looking like, you know a lot about them. You can know their occupation, their wealth. You can know if they're warm and endearing or their clothes, they're cut off. I got into this originally because I was researching a lot of like ancient leaders and warriors. And
like, why?
Well, because that's what dudes do. We don't have hobbies. We just do stupid stuff.
Well, I'm glad you found the hobby.
yeah. Reading random shit about ancient leaders.
Cool, okay.
The Stoics and Greeks.
Yeah, perfect. Continue.
But, yeah, like kings and royal people, they dressed a certain way.
Yeah.
And that was a way to display status, class. But also, like, you know, you could tell, okay, this guy's military. This guy's a public servant. Mm. This guy's an EMT, firefighter. Humans are very visual. So we see somebody dress a certain way. We just know what they do. We know what they are, right? That originated from people showing difference in class and, you know, wealth, but also different positions, right? So like if I see a guy in high vis, I know he's working at the event. If I see a guy wearing all black, I know he's a bouncer or a bartender, right?
Yeah.
EMT, policeman, list goes on.
Okay.
Now, on a civilian standpoint, as individuals, we are able to dress however we like and convey that information about how we are under the cover to the people that come into contact with us, right? That's the incentive for humans to dress right. Now, the reason I'm going into all this, just to explain to all the people that don't know what I'm getting at, is men have many different archetypes, right? And certain archetypes are attractive or unattractive to women. Mm-hmm. Now, here's why this is important.
Oh, God.
Men are very simple creatures. We see women that look good. We don't care what they're wearing, right? You could be wearing rags. True. You could be wearing like a really ugly, oversized sweater.
Yeah.
But we'll still be interested. Mm-hmm. It's super simple. Studies actually show, too, men care more about faces in long-term relationships, but more about bodies in short-term, right?
I think I've heard that before. That was like trending on Twitter time ago, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's actually backed by
That's
science.
crazy.
You know, that's also where the term butterface comes from. Right?
No, what? That's where that comes from?
Butterface, yeah. Like, dude,
I've been
she was
saying that
amazing.
since high school. Yeah,
Butterface, you know? So you can't date them.
That was so bad when my guy friends used to say that. I'd be like, I feel so bad for the girls you're hanging around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to put it simply, like, you see the body and you think, okay, reproduction, great. But long term, you wouldn't want to date them because the face, you don't like it.
Yeah. You can't look at it every day.
Yeah. So you can have sex, but you don't want your kid to look like that. You know? So that's the short term versus long term.
Which is so terrible, too, because it's putting, like, that emphasis on, like, your looks and, like, what you should be like.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I do get it to an extent. So you still have to be happy, like, enough, like, and be attracted to the person.
Yeah.
No matter what.
You know, let's say you're a guy and you're in a relationship, the girl breaks up with you. Like, that's just her doing her best for self-preservation, right? She finds that something that you did was weak or, you know, would not provide value to her. And long term, like, she's like, well, I need to have better kids. I need somebody that provides, right? Like, this is my life too, right? Yeah. So breakups, business, it's all the same thing. It's like, you aren't good enough for what I need you to be.
No, it's like almost like transactional subconsciously.
Yeah.
Like, you don't realize it until, like, you do afterwards. Now you think of everything kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why, you know, this show gets a lot of flack because some things are said where people, you know, like, oh, girls with high kill count, red flag. Or guys that do this kind of thing, that's a red flag.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's true.
I was literally about to say that, but, like, most of it, it's true. And that, like, those stereotypes and things like that, they don't come from nowhere, is one of my biggest things. Even when you hear something about somebody. Yeah. Let's say you hear, like, a weird rumor. Most likely that didn't just come out of nowhere. I'm not saying that 100% whatever this thing is true, but let's say you hear about, like, you're talking to a guy and, like, you hear from somebody, like, this weird story. You're like, yeah, I don't know if it's true. There's no way that specific weird thing just came out of nowhere.
You don't think so?
Well, like, what would be the purpose?
Well, how many people said the same thing, right? What's your point of reference?
Obviously, there's, like, a different, like, you can, like, think about it for a while. I'm not saying, like, you make a judgment off of, like, one thing. But, like, let's say a few people say it. Different people, different group of friends. Like, you've heard it from a few different sources who, like,
no bias.
don't relate. Yeah. And, like, those people have no benefit in telling you this.
Yeah, that's true. I think one of the big things, though, is the benefit thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, people love gossip.
Yeah.
Right? And they don't know what to talk about. So they'll be like, hey, do you hear this and this about that? Even the only benefit they have is, hey, this is something we can talk about.
Yeah, something to do, something to say, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And maybe I look cool because I know it.
Yeah. Like, I'm in the club, too. I heard that, too.
Yeah.
I used to see this on Facebook a lot. Back on Facebook, when people used it, dudes would just message girls all the time. Like, hey, what's up? Hey.
Yeah.
So what happened was there was this page, it was called, like, Spotted At. Do you remember those pages? Like,
yes, I do remember those pages.
So there was a Spotted At, okay?
Yeah.
And somebody decided to just dox this guy. Be like, yo, this guy messages me every day. I don't even know him. Or, like, he messaged me once. And then the comment section just became all these other people validating themselves. Like, oh, my God, he messaged me, too.
Yes.
I'm part of the club, too.
Yeah.
And the messages are just like, hey, what's up?
Like, nothing bad.
Nothing bad.
Yeah.
But now everybody's just piling on this guy. Like, yeah, well, he messaged me too.
Yeah.
And then,
like, it's some giant club.
Yeah, like, it's like oh, like me too. And a lot of them probably didn't even get messaged by him.
Yeah.
But then somebody comes in that's like, wait, what did he do wrong here? Why didn't you just block him?
Yeah, if it was that big of a deal.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But people want to stir it up and
they want to think that they're part of something too, I feel like.
Yes, exactly. They want to pick a side.
Yeah.
Because when you pick a side, you're not alone. You got everybody else with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God, that's so weird you brought that up. That was like in the archives of my brain, like those weird like Facebook pages.
Yeah.
Those were so weird.
Yeah, I guess that stage ended.
Yeah, like throwback to like, it's like, give me a TBH or like for a TBH.
Oh, that's way back.
Yeah, that's like at the same time period that was at though. 100%. It was like for a TBH, like comment and all like whatever, rate 2 out of 10. Do you remember that? Toxic.
Remember the Facebook statuses that were just like song lyrics from like a rap song?
Or like people would be like sad. They'd like set their thing to like sad. And you're like, what? Like, what are you sad about? And then people would be like, oh, like, why are you sad? And then you'd ask them.
Not good. Anyways, back to the topic, the archetypes for men. So men are very superficial, and when they see a woman, it's just they don't care. We don't care what you guys are wearing. You're just attractive or not attractive for the first impression, anyway.
Yeah.
Then you open your mouth, you're really annoying, not interested. See you later. Or you're really cool and smart. Oh, that's great too. But first impression, right? When men rank the 10 things that are important in women, looks is like very close to number 1 at the base level, right? But women, it's like 5 or 6.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah.
You guys are like, you much more concerned with like a vocal tone, confidence, things that they can say in a conversation that are interesting, status, money. What is your job? Do you have a purpose?
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of friends? Do you have social proof, right? A lot more complicated. And one of those things is fashion, sense of style.
Yeah.
Like you could be a really good looking guy, but if you're dressed like a bum, it doesn't matter, right?
That's true, yeah.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy too, because like you'll never see somebody walk away so fast from somebody like if like it's opposite, even like if they have like decent style and like they're just like not really like, you can tell they're not really like a confident person or something. Do you know how fast the person will probably leave that conversation?
Yeah.
Even though they looked cool.
Oh, we're not even there yet.
No, but I'm saying it's opposite, because like for the guy you were just saying.
Oh, no, but I mean, like, you're jumping ahead of, like, sometimes somebody will be dressed really nice.
Yeah.
And then you talk to them, and then they're an idiot.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
If you're going to be an idiot, just dress like an idiot.
You gotta dress the part.
But, right, like, when you think of, when you go to a wedding, even if the groom, like, looks like a thumb, right? But he's in a suit, he's got the bow tie that's tailored. It's like, man, he looks really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So you can really look good depending how you dress.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the archetypes we're going to go through.
Okay.
We have a bunch of them,
Okay,
right?
let's hear them.
Okay, but first of all, one thing, you said a really good example in the last episode you were on about jerseys, guys in jerseys.
Yeah.
That's a big turnoff, right?
That's a big turn off.
Yeah.
Guys who wears jerseys as shirts
Yeah.
when there's no game in general.
That's like
Or
walking
even
around
on
wearing like
somebody.
your karate outfit. you know?
No, it's like, why? Like, are you playing?
Yeah.
Are you going somewhere that you require the jersey? I don't think so.
Would you wear like weightlifting gloves to the club?
No, you wouldn't. There you go. There you go.
Okay, I like that. All right, so here's the most common prototypes for men. Okay. Number 1, we got the corporate, which is like the lawyer, the business professional.
Okay.
Dress shirt, sometimes untucked, sometimes tucked in. Belt, cufflinks, nice wristwatch, no earrings usually.
No.
Dress shoes or something like a Chelsea boot.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, so what does that say? When you see a guy that looks like that, what does that communicate to you?
He's very serious.
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 What does that mean, serious?
Like maybe he doesn't have a lot of fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you see somebody in a dress shirt, dressed like a corporate professional?
I think it would also depend on how they're wearing it. Like, let's say it's a little unbuttoned. Like, one thing is like, let's say like one part of it's like, oh, like hanging a little bit like looser. Then
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, like he's smart, but he could probably have fun.
Ah, so you take like a dress shirt, but then
Yes.
you throw in like some ripped jeans.
If there's like a no, definitely not. Definitely no ripped jeans with it. No, if you have like the dress shirt situation, like you can tell like they work in like an office or whatever.
Yeah.
But they have their own little personal flair to it. Like maybe they have a chain, like a nice chain that's a little bit different. Or
One sleeve's rolled up. A little
exactly,
bit.
something like that.
Ah.
And then you're like, oh, you know what? He's smart, but he also has style of his own.
Okay, but back to the thing. So that's a good, well, that's where we're going. with this.
Yeah.
That you can customize because you don't want to be too serious, right?
Well, that's the thing. Like, you're gonna, if you're the too serious type, you're
Yeah.
kind of like unapproachable. Like you would think like,
Maybe you care a lot about how you're seen because
Yeah.
you're a business. You're on the job.
and maybe
kinda.
like that's really like your priorities, like your job most likely. Yeah.
But you also think, okay, corporate business shirt, that's probably like a white collar job. So you're
Yeah.
probably thinking, probably makes good money though.
Yeah, I mean, like, probably smart, probably, like, does well for himself. Like, I'm not saying a bad comment would come out of it, but if it depends on, like, what age you are and what you're looking for.
Yeah. But these are all things that you pay attention to within a split second.
100%.
As they walk over to you,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, okay, this guy makes $80,000
You've already,
a
like,
year.
looked him up and down, and you're like, all right, I know who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I know today's episode is not about dating, but if you do need to learn exactly how to confidently approach and attract women into your life by talking to them in public, having amazing, exciting conversations, and passing their tests and everything in between, transforming your dating life, becoming a super confident version of yourself, and getting the girl that you actually want, like your dream girlfriend, and setting up a friend group and all that, be sure to check out the Denmo Social course. It's an extensive course that helps you do exactly what I just described. I also offer one-on-one coaching and consulting, everything including getting a girlfriend, dating, going through a breakup, building social status, building a group, handling dates, shit tests, and getting the confident mindset that actually allows you to go up and talk to women in real life. Not just watch YouTube videos, guys. Everybody just watches YouTube videos all day. I guarantee I have a solution for you because I've dealt with thousands of clients and I know all the blind spots that you don't even see, right? You're probably making a mistake that you don't even realize that it's actually holding you back from getting the desired results you want with the women you want. And once you tell me your story and we go over some strategies, I'll be like, oh, dude, just do this and everything will work out for you. So if you're interested in that, be sure to book a call. Just click the link in the description below. For June, I have 60% availability actually. So I have a lot of availability left this month, and I'm raising my rates in July. So make sure you book a call, and back to the video.
So this is an interesting one because this is a lot of corporate guys, right? These are guys that are like accountants, lawyers, you know, salesmen. They all dress pretty much, dress shirt. You can go. You could be like a partner at a firm or a business owner, or you could be the retail manager at fucking Best Buy.
Yeah.
You know? But you all dress the same.
Yeah, that's
you know?
so true.
One thing that you don't want to do is a button-down dress shirt that's short sleeve. Because then you look like the manager at KFC.
No, I will never agree with the button up, button down, whatever the heck. It's short sleeve.
Yeah.
It's never appropriate.
No,
ever. I've not seen one person ever make it look like a flex.
No.
Because it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
The only time it works is if it's a Hawaiian shirt. But that's a different thing you're conveying.
That's completely different. That's like you're on a beach, you're drinking, having a beer. Yeah. Different.
Hawaiian shirts fuck though. Like those pop because the only people that wear Hawaiian shirts are people that are like, hey, talk to me. Like I'm an open, warm person.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because we're the Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
Like it's people on a beach.
You're relaxing. You have a chill personality. Like you got it going on. You're fine.
Yeah, it's like a dude that doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, khakis and a Hawaiian shirt, right? The worst is though when somebody wears a Hawaiian shirt and you talk to them and it's like they've never spoken to a human before.
Like they're the awkward, like, and they have like a weird hat on. Have you ever seen those like typical tourist guys? And they got the button up, and they got the hat, and they have glasses, and they got the sunscreen, like you know, like right there.
Or somebody that goes to H&M and they're like, "Well, this is at H&M. I guess I should wear it."
Yeah, I guess it's in style.
If you wear a Hawaiian shirt and you're not warm, funny, charismatic, or approachable, then you're doing a disservice to the shirt. I think they should take. I think you should have your Hawaiian shirt removed from you.
I feel like it's almost the same category as like the boys who wear like Patagonia and they have pictures with like the fish.
Oh, well, no, hold on. People that wear Patagonia don't fish. People that wear Patagonia hug trees.
No, but sometimes they fish and sometimes they take pictures like with the fish.
And the Patagonia?
So I've seen it.
Dude, most of the people I know that fish, they wear like camo.
Oh, that too. Camo or like plaid.
That's a whole other category I didn't even get to. Okay, let's get to number 2.
Yeah.
This one is the... I call it the academia/philosopher. Okay. So these are the guys that wear glasses. They have a dress shirt, but a sweater over top of it. They have like a little handbag, like a male.
Oh, they're like a little nerdy.
Carrier bag. Kind of, yeah. Like a carrier bag. And you can tell that they're always like really deep in thought, you know?
Yeah. They probably have a book with them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look like a teacher.
Yes. Okay, that's a good teacher.
Yeah. So when you see these people, what's the first thing you think?
They don't care about girls. It's true.
Yo, it's so true, though.
It's true. I'm like, you literally could give less a shit about me walking by right now.
Yeah.
You got your brain in your book.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Or in like whatever else you're thinking about.
Yeah, like some serious shit.
Like maybe the math problem you did earlier. I don't know. Like, you know, it's very academic.
Well, you also think they're smart, though.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
It is, but like I have some people in my program, or like I guess like program that I just finished, where they would dress like that a lot, and it really would change my opinion on them because I was like, before I even met you, I already had that opinion of like you only care about your books, like you care about like it's really just like a soul,
just based purely on the way they dress.
Yeah, because typically those people do.
Well, yeah, that's
like it's the truth. They actually do, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. But like that, if that's how you're gonna dress, like just know that that's what we think of you.
They also pay attention a lot to the fabric, like silk, you know, like the sweater they're wearing. It's like a
cashmere.
I was gonna say cashmere. So like if it feels comfy. So maybe it helps them relax when they read. I don't know.
No, but I feel like even in that scenario, there's ways to dress like academically inclined that don't make you look nerdy and like unapproachable. Because like, at the end of the day, those people are very unapproachable. I feel like I would never go disrupt them in their.
Well, they look like they're writing an essay or some shit. You know, they're on the way to submit their thesis.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's such a good point, guys. There's a lot of smart kings out there that they're just unapproachable.
Yeah, like nobody wants to, like I'm not saying nobody wants to talk to you because like they're not like fun. I just mean more like it's hard to go up to somebody like that who's like, very invested in other things. Clearly,
like, clearly that guy's curing cancer.
Yeah, he's coming from somewhere. He's busy. He's going somewhere. He wants to read. He doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah, you see those guys at the coffee shop, and you're like, this guy. You know,
like you don't go near them.
No,
and you don't even like. I feel so bad like walking by or like disrupting them sometimes. Too,
and you also think when you see them, like, oh, this guy's probably monotone.
Yeah,
I was reading this book.
Yeah.
They dress boring.
Like a very I was gonna say a very boring aura, like overall.
Yeah,
which is fine if you like that, but like.
Well, the point of this is if there's people that are listening, they're like, "Fuck, that's me."
Oh.
Now they can know, that's how people feel about me?
Yeah, that's how people feel about
That guy
you.
looks in the mirror, he's like, man, I look like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And he probably does.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I look good though. But it's like,
Well, yeah, but the idea is like if you're trying to be social and meet other people, right?
Yeah.
Because the idea is how you present yourself, you know, it goes hand in hand with social skills.
Yes, okay.
Okay, next, we got a polar opposite here. We got the hippie.
Okay.
This is a fun one. I was in this stage for a bit. You either have to have long hair or a grown out beard. You can't have short hair and no facial hair. It's one or the other with a hippie.
Yes.
Because the whole idea of hippies is they're based off of dudes in the 60s and 70s that grew their hair out.
Okay.
Because back then you had to have like your clear cut. If you grew your hair out, it's like, what are you going to get a job?
Yeah, you look like bummy.
Yeah. It's like when girls have short hair, you just look at them like, why?
Yeah.
You know? That's how it used to be
That's
with
so true, yeah.
guys with long hair. Like, who hurt you?
Yeah. It's like, are you going through something right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you just don't care.
Yeah. But it's like, but then why don't you care?
Right.
Because, you know, then you start looking, you're like, oh, that guy clearly doesn't care what he looks like. But it's like, oh, I wonder.
Yeah. Is it because he doesn't care because, you know, he's a slob? Or is it he doesn't care because he's so happy?
Yeah, but there's
He's
sometimes
so woke.
there's those like hippies that are like, they're so clean and put together, but so apart at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But it's more so like the hippie conveys like, wow, that guy's probably really laid back.
Yeah.
He's probably chill.
It doesn't. Because I feel like it's more of the slobby, like if from a girl's, like from my perspective.
Oh, you know
at
what?
least.
Let me fold the rest. Okay, they have a bandana or a top hat. You know, like those custom, not a fedora, but you know what I mean?
Top hat.
Like a cowboy hat, like a flat brim hat.
Oh, with like the tiny little like lip on the edge.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
And it usually has like a stripe.
They have heavy earrings, slight facial piercing, like a nose piercing or like a little feather.
Mm-hmm.
And then their t-shirt will be like tie-dye or a Hawaiian shirt, something like that. Maybe Patagonia.
Yeah.
Chain, necklace, pendant, all that shit.
Yes.
And tattoos.
Yeah.
So these are people that you're like, okay, well, if they have tattoos, there's the stereotype. Definitely don't have a normal job. They're not in corporate or something.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not a teacher, not academia, right? They don't care. They're short time, you know, like they're compulsive.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's a cool idea. Let me get a tattoo.
Yeah. What's my opinion on that?
I went to a cool surfboard place. I don't
Yeah.
know, right? But anyways, so you see this hippie person. What do you think? This guy's laid back. He takes risks, but he also might not have a job. Like,
Yeah, honestly more that than anything else. It's kind of like, it's a terrible stereotype because like, where did it come from? But that's what you're gonna think at the end of the day. Like, I know some pretty successful people who dress like that, and even still, I'm like, how does that correlate with like your real life job? Like, I'm just so, it's like so offside, because sometimes when you see people like that, you're like, you look like you don't know what's going on.
it's like the opposite of a uniform.
Yeah, it's like you have like no like consistency in your life almost.
That's interesting.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Because it's like you must be going with the flow is one thing,
Yeah.
but like you're going with the flow in every aspect of your life when you look like that. It seems like
Yeah.
like
it's
you don't
you're
really know where you're going.
Yeah,
You're like
you
on
kinda-
like God's path.
like a hippie. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're like a free spirit.
And
a
you're and
traveler.
like, you know, like great, you're a free spirit, but like if you do have a life,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to like sit there and be like looking all like
I know.
you
It's
don't know
interesting.
what's going on.
I go through phases where I just wear my tie-dye shirts and my wolf shirts and my hippie shit. And then people think like, man, this guy probably listens to a lot of classic rock. He's
Yeah.
probably chill. But I have my own job and business. So
Yeah, but they have no idea.
yeah, well, they don't know.
Well,
right?
no, actually, you're a great example of that too, because like you're a very chill person in general, and like you kind of just said like you bounce between styles.
Right.
So someone who meets you one day is going to be like, "This is my opinion on this guy."
Yeah,
Somebody
that's
meets
true.
you in like the business world, like when you dress like up and like whatever, they're like, "Oh damn."
Yeah, dress shirt, no bullet necklace.
Right, and then you're like, "Whoa, this person just like really changed my opinion on them."
Yeah.
So
It's very good for seeing how people treat you differently.
yes,
too.
100%.
Vancouver, whenever I go there though, I do the hippie thing.
Yeah.
Because there's
If
a
it's in
fuckload
though,
of hippies
if
there,
it's
right?
in, yeah.
Yeah.
My cousin actually moved out there for like a long time. She lived in Banff, and she went through a hippie phase.
Next thing, yeah, Patagonia.
Yeah, and
Oh,
she'd
yeah.
come back. She'd look the dreads. She came back from
Oh,
family.
yeah,
My
yeah.
family and I were like, "What is she going through right now?"
Yeah.
But she's like, "That's just what they do there."
Vancouver changed you.
Yeah.
So that's a good one for you hippies watching. Yeah, like people will think you're warm and loving, and also you think, okay, this guy does drugs probably.
Yeah, he probably does drugs. He probably just doesn't care about a lot of things.
Yeah,
Could
which
be a
can
good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, the good part of that is like you're very based and grounded. If
Mm-hmm.
you disagree with something, it's like, whatever, man.
Yeah,
Doesn't even matter.
like you're not
dude.
gonna piss them off.
Yeah, but the bad thing is like, I work when I feel like.
Yeah, but it's like, do you work? Or you just like going flying by the seat of
Yeah.
your pants right now?
I had one buddy that he'd work 8 months of the year, and he's like, "Okay, I made enough. I can travel for 4." And he would just, he'd just do that
that's
over and over again.
insane. That's like, what a way to live. Like, good for you, but like,
Yeah, well, those are the people that get in a van, they travel the country, and
Yeah.
they're in love, and it's awesome. But like, is that sustainable?
yeah, you can do that forever. Like, no chance.
See, that's the tough part, right? Because I want to do that, but you have to earn enough so you can retire and then do that.
Yeah, like it's not going to be like a stop and go and stop and go. Like, how do you go from like doing nothing to working for 8 months straight. Like, that's a lot.
The rich hippie.
Yeah.
That's a dream. Okay, up next, we got the artsy/musician/designer. These are guys that basically take their appearance as seriously as girls do. You know, every piece of their outfit is calculated, right? You know, their pants are of a certain material. They're customized the length so that, like, you know, they don't go too over the ankle. Yeah. The shirt's sometimes tucked in. It'll be oversized. Chains, pendants, rings, accessories. They have a toque.
A toque.
Yeah. They have shoes that are like $800, but you never know that. Like, just think of the
subtle flex.
Artsy-fartsy guys.
Yeah.
Right? Basically, you know, think about a guy, you'd go to an art museum and you'd see him walking around like, yeah, that's like a 1300. It's like a streetwear version of the academia. You ever seen these kind of guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you kind of can't tell, like, which way they're swinging.
Yeah.
In, like, a good way.
Yeah, that's true.
A good way. That's
very
like,
metro.
Yes. And, like, that's, like, my, like, one opinion that I'll say already about it is, like, one of the issues. And it's a good thing and a bad thing. Depends on, like, who you're trying to communicate this message to.
Right.
Because, like, you might look sick.
Yeah.
But, like, you're not sure. Like, other people aren't sure about their opinion on you.
Think about, like, a musician, how they dress. And I don't mean, like, a rapper with the bright colors.
Yeah.
But, like, you know.
The low-key musician.
Like a John Mayer.
Yes.
One of those guys.
Yes.
You're like, hey, this motherfucker writes songs or something.
Yeah.
Right?
He's put together and he's artsy and he's, like, he's good.
Yeah. But he might put way too much effort in, right? To his appearance. Right?
I feel like girls never think that, though.
Really?
I don't think I've
ever... That's why you're here answering.
Yeah.
What do you think of the artsy-fartsy types?
Honestly, I feel like they're not that common. Like the super artsy, like especially here, like being like living in like Toronto, like it's not a common thing that you see, and when you do, it kind of stands out.
So it's almost an advantage, right?
It isn't because it's like it's uncommon to the point where like you can't even tell if it's something you like or not.
Oh, whoa,
right?
Whoa, you don't even understand.
Yeah, it's like you don't understand where they're going with it.
You're too far from.
But
the
it
other
could be
groups.
cool. But it, like it really depends on like how exactly you're dressed. But you don't really have a solid opinion because it's almost like you weren't raised seeing people dressed like to that like extent or like that way.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's almost like glass half full. Like you could have that look
and
people won't see you at all. Or you can make it work and now you're super unique.
Yeah, like if you're making it work though, like you are thriving. Because
Right.
I feel like people who really like pull off those looks, they're sick. Like they're confident, like they're doing it, they know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, and they have a niche.
Yeah.
Like they make custom tables or something.
Yeah, and then people are like, they look at you and like they know you for your style
Like
or
that's
something.
an artist. Right
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you can pull that off, it's sick. If you're at that like weird, like you're not really sure.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So don't do it unless you're 100%.
Okay, next one. This is like one of the more common ones. You have a lot of experience with this one. The athlete/gymbro/trainer. So these are just like dudes that lift weights pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one, we got the lower cut hair, a little bit extra on the top, side shorter, or gel. A lot of these guys wear
the classic haircut.
a lot of gel. A bulk cap, optional. You know,
Bulk cap.
like a hat,
Oh.
like a baseball cap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most people forget that that's where these hats came from. Baseball. Baseball
Okay.
cap. Yeah. Tight shirts, emphasis on the arms, shoulders,
Hate that.
chest.
I hate that.
Usually Gymshark, some kind of logo. I hate brand names on clothing.
Same.
It's just
If it's like
gives a
low
fuck?
key, like embroidered, like looks like very minimalistic, cool. But when it's like plastered on the front of your shirt and like you only wear that brand forever,
yeah, it's true.
can't expand.
Ooh, I got something cool to show you. So this course I'm working on, I'm like, okay, bachelor, bachelorette, these are top percentage high level guys.
Yeah.
Right? And they come on the show because the people running the show are like, hey, like we want people that would either be a villain or like an actual good prospect.
Yes.
So they're gonna be a good looking guy, but not all the guys on Bachelorette are the best looking, but they're dressed perfectly to their style.
Yeah.
Like they are individuals. So anyways, I was looking at the photos and you can actually tell like yeah, right? So like this dude right here.
Okay.
This guy right there. See, like this shirt matches the eye color, right?
Okay.
But it's a
calculated.
button up.
Yeah.
This same idea, hair color is in sync with
I think that's such a basic outfit.
very basic, but you know, works. This, what do you think? See the blue with that?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the corporate dress shirt we were talking
yeah,
about.
but a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah,
That's
this
like the John Mayer.
there's a little bit more like leather jacket. So okay, I don't know. Maybe he works on a farm,
Yeah.
motorcycle, whatever. This guy, so those are classy pants, and this is like a weird. That's like an artsy kind of weird shirt. I don't like that.
It's a little too tight.
Yeah, this guy, we got the black dress shirt, gray pants, Chelsea boots. See, this is actually a decent look. I don't hate on this look. You know.
Oh, it's the cardigan for me.
Yeah, that's not so good. See, that's more of a fuckboy look right there. This guy.
That is a classic. Like,
Yeah.
there's people who used to go to my high school in like whenever I went into BT in Ancaster, And that was like, they were 4 years older than me. They all wore that.
Oh, yeah.
Like that exact outfit to a T.
They still do.
They do.
We still do.
Still do. They
I have
still
like 8
do.
denim jackets.
And no, but it's the Chelsea boots and everything.
Oh, Chelsea boots,
with the
yeah.
black skinny jeans.
Okay, there's like the dress shirt one.
Yeah.
But anyways, what do you notice about all these outfits here? Besides that a lot of these guys are dressed like idiots.
They're very basic.
Well, there's no brand names on them.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, because men don't wear brand names.
Men, like, as in, like, when you get
hidden.
old enough, like, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because you don't want to be like Adidas or Nike.
Yeah,
It's like you're a billboard.
Yeah, you are. And it doesn't look cool. Like, it's not like, even if you're working out, I'm like, ugh, you don't need to, like,
Yeah.
like, you got that from the outlet.
No, the gym, when you go to the gym, you wear like your worst shirt.
Yeah.
I'm a strong believer in wearing my worst outfit to the gym.
Okay, same. Like, I don't ever care about, like, unless I'm going somewhere where it's, like, public and, like a gym is one thing. My home
all
gym.
gyms are fucking
No, my
public.
home gym is public. But, like, who am I even impressing there? But
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you're going to, like, a nice-ass gym to a class where there's, like, 30 other girls there, you're not going to show up in your bummy outfit.
No?
No.
I would.
I mean, like,
I'd be
respect.
dressed in rags for all these
Respect.
motherfuckers. Yeah. But, you know, that's kind of the hippie idea, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? But anyways, getting back to this GymBro trainer, you know, low-cut socks, athletic shoes. So we got flat white sneakers,
Yeah.
Reeboks, Nikes, tight pants, shorts, kind of like joggers, right?
Yeah.
But that's like a complete, like, what do you think when you see this look, the GymBro athlete look?
I'm not a huge fan of the gym bros personally.
Okay.
But I like it. That might be dependent on the person. Like, there's some girls who are gym rats, so they're like, oh, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't think going to the gym should be a personality trait or style. I think there's a time and a place for that.
Interesting.
I don't think it needs to be brought into like
Well,
you don't need to be flexing.
That's one of the more common ones, though. Like, it's like their identity, right?
That's what I mean. And like, that's not a flex to me. Like, it's
Yeah.
cool. You can talk about it in like once in a while or something, but like, you can have a style besides your gym style.
Yeah, the key is to be as fit as a gym bro.
Yes.
But don't dress like
But
one.
don't dress like one. Exactly.
Right.
That's the key.
Yeah.
100%.
Because then you get thrown, like, you work out a lot, so
Yeah.
you're wearing your outfit, but like, people think, oh, this guy's an idiot. All he does is lift weights.
Yes. Or like, all he talks about is like, I always make jokes about like these guys that I know because I'm like, your personality is you go to the gym.
Yeah.
Like, it's all you talk about. It's all you wear.
Right.
Do I know anything else about you besides the fact that you go to the gym?
Yeah, man, just dress different.
Yeah.
Work out as much.
Yeah, like, you go do your thing.
Work out as
when
much,
the time is like there, but you just don't need to bring that into like going out to a nightclub or something.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing with like girls that always dress like they're going to the club.
Yeah.
Guys that always
Yes.
dress like they're going to the gym.
Yeah.
You just think, okay, like, you know, they're dumb.
Yeah. Like,
This
the
is
girls,
all they do.
Like, girls who walk around in like a mini skirt or something in the middle of the day. It's like Tuesday, and like they're walking around in, like the tiny little outfit, and like it looks good. I'm not saying it doesn't, but like it's a Tuesday and it's like cold out.
Yeah, some girls will spend an hour and a half to go to Starbucks. It's
Yeah.
like, man, come on.
Yeah.
Just wear a fucking hoodie.
Yeah. That's why the funniest part is like when people see me in public and they recognize me from TikTok, they're like, oh my god, like you look like you're not
peasant.
dressed up. And you know what? It's like, yeah, most people don't do that.
Well, that's the thing too. When a woman is dressed up really good, it's a status thing to other women.
Yeah.
They're like, damn, look at her outfit.
Yeah, but if
Yes,
you know,
queen.
you know. And same thing with guys, in my opinion. Like, whether like whatever style you're talking about here, like even like gym bros, whatever the other ones, it's like one of those things. Like, if you know style, you know style. Like, you can really make any of those styles work
Yeah.
if you know what you're doing.
Can you also tell when somebody's trying too hard on their style?
No, honestly, not really.
Interesting.
I don't think I've ever ever. I've never looked at a guy and been like, oh, he tries too hard.
That's a reason a lot of guys won't dress a certain way.
Yeah, no.
Because they'll be like, man, it'll look like I'm trying too hard.
No, because if anything, you're like, oh, damn, they look good.
Yeah.
Like, if you look good, no one's going to be like, why?
I'll give you an example of some guys, they won't wear red because they're like, no, if I wear red, everybody's going to look at me. You know?
But so?
They don't want that attention, though.
Yeah, but like so.
The worst thing, I guess, in some guys' minds is that they overplayed the part. Because that's not cool. When you try too hard, it's not cool.
Yeah, but nobody would know that. Only you know that when you're getting ready.
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with this. But because people think that,
Yeah.
what do? They dress like everybody else.
Yeah.
And when they dress like everybody else, well, like, I'm dressed like him.
Yeah.
If you're saying I'm not cool, he's not cool either.
Yeah.
But we're all going to kick your ass.
Yeah. But you all look like idiots still, so it's fine.
Right. But that's the funny thing is people will be afraid to stand out so they'll look like everything else.
Yeah.
And that actually applies to life too. People are really afraid to start a business or chase their passion
Yeah.
or stand out. So what do? They do what everybody else does.
No, I 100%
Go to
get
school,
that.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
There's a lot of similarities
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Right? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, next. We got the Contractor / BurlyMan / Lumberjack. Okay, so this is pretty much always a beard, military style hair. We got rolled up sleeves with emphasis on big arms, forearms, dirty hands too. But like
roughed up hands.
yes, good dirty hands. I don't wash my hands. You know, it's because it's attractive. No. Button down shirt with emphasis on chest hair, plaid, thick jackets. Think like Carhartt, Wrangler jeans. boots/heels.
Yeah. I feel like this isn't a common one either.
No. Well, these are guys that look like they just walked off a job site or they cut down a tree.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on these people? When you see a guy with a beard, plaid shirt, and boots, rolled up sleeves, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking he's probably good to live with. Because he can probably put up my pictures. He can fix little nicks in my cabinets and whatever the heck happens. Like, I feel like he knows what he's doing. He's like hands-on. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I also think that depending on who you are, they don't care the most about how they present themselves.
But in a good way or like a bad way?
It depends on the person. Like, for me, it would be a bad way.
Oh,
because I wouldn't ever look at somebody who like does that and like if they're dressed that way, like if it's like an all the time thing. Are we talking first impressions or like consistently? First impressions. Let's say they are coming from work, and like I run into this person and like we talk, and they say that. So
you're gonna still think they're handy, right?
I'm hoping, I'm gonna think they're handy, and all the great stuff, and I won't judge them too hard about what they're wearing. Because if I was leaving work and whatever, and I was wearing something weird,
what if they weren't at work though? What if it's like a weekend? They're just walking around like
then
that.
I'd probably be like, you're not my type.
But why? Would you think like, hey, like this guy listens to country, he goes hunting?
Listens to country, is very outdoorsy, doesn't like to do much indoor like hanging out. I would think more of like he just wants to go for a hike and build a fire. I don't know. Go camping. Everything that I can't do.
Okay. Do you think he drinks and smokes?
I probably wouldn't make an assumption on the smoking thing.
Yeah.
But I would think he drinks beer.
And what does he drive?
Like a pickup truck.
So what's crazy is though, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, that depends on the girl's taste.
Exactly.
But you can tell all that just from, you're like, wow, this guy has a beard and a plaid shirt and boots.
Yeah, and like you're putting it all together.
It's crazy.
And that's why it's like I said, all this is like dependent on like who you're talking to, because like the person beside me could be like, oh my god, I love Contractors or something like that.
Yeah, you either love it or hate it, but you think the same thing.
Yes, exactly. You just have a different opinion on what you thought about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, next we got the bad boy. So this is leather jackets, bandanas, tattoos, ripped jeans, and they look like they're ripped naturally, I guess. Mm-hmm. A chain on the side, you don't know why, but it's there. Heavy accessories. We're talking like rings, fucking rear wristwatch, pendant, chain, beard, long hair.
These are the people that we just talked with us, and I was like, oh, I don't think you could ever look like you're trying too hard. Those would be the people. If there's anybody, those would be the people.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So what is it about that outfit that screams that the most?
Because typically that's not a common way to dress, right? In the way that, like, we were just talking about, like, getting attention, like, drawn to yourself.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, you're probably dressing like that.
You see a leather jacket. Yeah. You probably think class.
I think depending on how they styled it, it could be like, you think that looks cool, or you are cool.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like there's a really big gap between the two.
So when I think leather jacket, I think, okay, either goes to a rock concert, rides a motorcycle. I don't know, they're in a gang or some shit.
No? But I feel like they're not that evident right now. Like, especially like these times of like our generation and like going out. I actually don't think I see like that style really.
Interesting.
Ever, actually.
Yeah. I love my leather jackets. I'm a big leather jacket guy.
But I feel like you'd flex leather jacket differently.
Oh, yeah.
You'd put your own twist on it.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't really see all of these people like put into one human, like doing all those things. You might see a guy in a leather jacket, but like in the other way, they're kind of sporty.
Yes. Okay. Sporty. That's interesting.
Right? Like they'd be like a little combination of the two, or maybe even three styles, which I feel like is cooler.
So a fit like this. Okay. So you got a leather jacket, white dress shirt, pants, nice boots. That's a good fit, right? It's not.
I think it looks good.
Yeah. Right. It's just clean, slick. So this is more what I'm getting at, like the bad boy look, right?
Yeah.
So you got these fucking tattoos, jacket, a lot of accessories. You know,
and but like to me, it's like
that could be trying too hard.
Like, yeah, I'd be like, but are you a bad boy like that? And like, does that actually mean if you have to dress like that, are you actually a bad boy?
Yeah, you're either
saying that,
you're either trying to be a bad boy or like you are and you're ready to be challenged.
Yeah, like you want someone to ask you about it or something. Like,
well, not ask you about it, but like. You know, if you're a lumberjack, you better be able to chop wood.
Yeah.
You know? If you're a bad boy, you better be...
Actually, but like in what way are you a bad boy? You know what I mean? Like,
well, no, but it's the image though.
Yeah, exactly.
So all of these are based on images we've been sold for years. Like, you know, we've watched all these commercials of lumberjacks. So we're like, okay, plaid, lumberjack, country, rock. Or we see a thin guy in a dress button-up shirt. We're like, okay, maybe he's a computer programmer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's just all these stereotypes we think of.
Yeah, so these guys, they got to be cool. They got to have, like, you know, wheels.
Yeah, like maybe they're into music or like animals or something.
Yeah, they got to be like outdoor hippie. Like, they have to be able to, okay, this guy plays guitar.
Yeah,
like, this guy fucks.
I would think of that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, there's preferences, right? But, you know, that's the idea of this guy rides motorcycles, risky, dangerous. Yeah. We got the tech guy / nerd / thinker. Thinker doesn't really apply here, but the tech guy. This is a guy, he's got khakis. He's got a dress shirt from Walmart.
The second you said tech guy, I had the vision in my head of what he looked like.
Yeah, button up, khakis.
Glasses.
Body looks square.
Yes.
You know, there's no...
lanky.
The shoulders aren't wide. Or he could be fat, but like... Or not even lanky, but like skinny fat.
Yeah.
You know, like built like a pear kind of.
Yeah.
And then the shoes don't match at all. The shoes will be like Reebok.
Yeah, I was going to say some kind of running shoes, like dad shoes or something. Yeah, for sure.
Now, immediately, you're going to look at this guy and you're going to be like, probably makes a lot of money, but he's like, you know.
Boring as fuck.
A coder. Yeah, probably like kind of
he's
a virgin.
He's probably so boring.
Lack of experience.
Yes.
Right? And this guy could be, you know, funny enough, like the CEO of Facebook or some shit. Yeah. Right?
But I would think he doesn't get out much.
No. No, because what do you think when you see a guy in like a tech nerdy looking guy?
I would just think that he doesn't really have a life.
Okay, what are the pros there? Are there any pros?
No. No. I don't think so.
Don't dress like that, guys.
No. No, but seriously, I mean, like, I don't think I've ever like met, I guess it's from experience too, but like I've never met a tech guy who I thought was interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
And like they usually just talk about tech.
What do their voices sound like?
Kind of high pitched.
Very fast.
And quiet, kind of like they're like kind of like high pitched but like quiet at the same time. And like mousy almost, I think.
Yeah.
I have the stereotype that those people are not confident.
I feel like tech guys, everybody speaks over them.
And they're very just like they blend into the background, like they won't say shit and push over. Like that's my opinion on them. Obviously, could be totally offside.
Right.
You never know until you meet the person. But
no, it's true. A lot of tech guys.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
That's why.
You know what's interesting? Sometimes a tech guy will throw on a Hawaiian shirt, and then
with that hat that I was talking about.
That's what I'm saying. But then you go and talk to them, and it's like, wait, who put the Hawaiian shirt on the fucking tech guy? Why isn't this guy making jokes? This does
not add up here,
dude. You don't even do drugs. Like, what is this, right?
Like, wow, I was really thinking I was gonna have a fun experience over here.
Yeah. Okay. So of those archetypes, let me go through them one more time. So we got tech guy / nerd thinker, bad boy. We got the contractor / BurlyMan, lumberjack. We got the athlete, GymBro, personal trainer looking dude. Artsy-fartsy, musician / designer. Hippy. Academia / philosopher. Corporate guy. Out of all those, what is the most attractive? What is the least attractive?
Like, do it have to be from the list? Like, what if I said that?
We'll get to some other thing.
Okay.
Whatever the other one is. But like of those.
Of those, I would say like the least attractive to me is the hippie.
Interesting.
But that's because I'm really into ambitious people.
Ah, so you think hippies lack ambition?
Yeah, I think a lot of hippies, like, they just, like...
Too laid
I'm
back.
a go-with-the-flow kind of person. But I can be a go-with-the-flow kind of person and still have, like, goals.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's why, like, that would be, like, the lower one.
Okay.
Because even if, like, you're in tech or, like, you're corporate or whatever, you have some kind of drive.
Yeah.
I feel like hippie's the only one that really is just, like...
What's interesting is hippie works great once you've proven that you have money.
Yeah, like if you're done, like if you're good.
Yeah.
If you're set, then who cares?
Or like if you're an artist or a musician. You know? Like
yeah,
if you're Jack Johnson and you play guitar on the beach.
Then you still have ambition though. There's the thing. You did have ambition. Maybe now you don't, but you did it one time.
Right.
And it got you where you needed to be.
You're like an artist that's not starving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the worst one.
Okay.
The best one, I don't know. It's kind of like torn for me. I feel like maybe the bad boy one would probably be the best for me. Just because I feel like they'd probably be the most like cocky and confident.
Right.
Besides anything else, they have like
experience. They take risks.
Yeah, that's if you're getting the one that is actually the cool guy, not the one who's pretending.
How can you tell?
You can tell.
Yeah, but let's break it down so that idiots that are getting spotted out here can learn.
That's true. Okay. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I'm here. I think that you can tell based on the way people look at you.
How they look back at you?
Like, yeah. Like, let's say like I go look at you, you're on the street and like you're dressed like that.
Okay.
If I look at you and you catch my eye, you're dressed in like a cool outfit, so I'm gonna look at you.
Right.
And like let's say you like
if I break eye contact.
Yeah.
But I don't look away,
you like look down or something, or you like look at your phone, or like you look uncomfortable that I'm looking at you.
That's what
red flag.
Do you know what looking down means? on a biological basis.
Uncomfortable, no?
No, it means you're trying to hide yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, animals.
Even worse.
They study in animals. Like when you make eye contact, if it's scared, it'll either fight or flight, right? So it'll look down, and when it looks down, it's like, oh, you know when you're playing hide and go seek?
Yeah.
And you're like watching somebody, and then they look around you, you hide, right?
Yeah.
Our bodies instinctively, when we're looking at them, when we try to hide, we...
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm not looking at you.
Yeah. It's just all your body language too, right? Because
Yeah.
then you start to go like this, and then you're like...
So it's very subtle,
ducking.
but when somebody looks down, what that's saying is that person's reacting in a way where they want to hide themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So that's like one of the first red flags, obviously.
Okay.
It could be a fluke of a situation, like maybe like they got distracted, who knows, whatever.
Yeah.
A different red flag would also be just like if they're standing there and their body posture is all out of whack. You can tell so much about somebody from their posture, because a lot of the times, like even if like let's say you don't have like good like whatever shoulders back posture,
or you're in a shitty chair like this.
yeah, like this.
I'm hunched.
Yeah. Exactly, but the hunch thing, right?
Yeah.
If you're intentionally hunched, you can tell when someone's intentionally hunched versus uncomfortable.
Okay, so like a bad boy sitting like this versus bad boy like...
Yeah, that doesn't fit. That's not the same mold.
Got you.
Or even if you're a confident guy, like let's say I'm like hunched over, but I'm hunched over and I'm doing something intentional with my hands, or like I'm like, I don't know, whatever. I'm doing something that it looks like I'm sitting that way for a reason.
Okay. That's
not
there's
a red
purpose.
flag. Yeah, there's purpose there. But if you're sitting there and like you're genuinely just like playing with your fingers and you're like, oh, like nervous looking.
Well, yeah, nervous behavior, like you're tapping your hands, pointing at your phone, shit like
that's a different. And you're like, oh, like they don't fit the part.
Yeah.
So that's how you'd be able to tell right away. So like confidence, obviously, no matter what style you're in, is kind of the biggest thing out there. But
that's the thing,
especially
too.
in that situation when you're trying to dress a certain way. Like,
well, that's
you
with
can't
that
be
kind of
away.
look though, because if you're wearing that, you're just implying that, like the people that we've been sold to and marketed towards that dress like that, they're usually like criminals, gang members, but they're fun, they're exciting, they're
adventurous.
Like we think that's just him, that's just Johnny,
yes.
that fucking
no,
guy,
literally,
right? So
and they get away with it too.
But if you're boring and you dress like that, it's like nobody cares.
No.
Have you ever seen Drive with Ryan Gosling? You ever seen that movie?
No.
Man, this guy says like 2 words the whole movie. It sucks. It's so boring. But he looks super cool.
Yeah.
He's wearing a jacket. His job is he's a stunt driver.
Okay.
And then he also drives people away from bank robberies.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't say any cool lines. He mumbles. He
just
whispers.
sits there.
It's just really like I get what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work.
But is he like confident and like whatever? Like he just like looks sick in the movie?
Yeah. But like really boring. Like there's nothing there.
People still watch it though, probably because he looks sick and like it's him.
Well, no, it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
But, the movie's kind of some stupid shit. But he ends up like falling in love with a single mom next door, while her husband's in prison. Then he comes back, and then they become friends. It's weird.
Sounds like a very complicated movie.
Spoiler. Okay, do any of these change, whether it's short term or long term?
I would say no, because like for me, one of the things like that I care a lot about is how I present myself personally.
Okay.
So it's like when you're with somebody long term, they're also representing you, whether you're there or not. Like if my boyfriend,
that's a good angle. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like if like my boyfriend goes to a party, let's say, and he's dressed like shit, he doesn't have good style, he looks bummy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Serena's boyfriend. I don't want people to know that.
Oh, true.
So like I'm not going to be with somebody long term if I have to mother them and tell them what to wear.
Damn.
It wouldn't happen.
So it's almost like the way that the person you're dating dresses affects your status and reputation.
Almost, yeah. But like if it's for a night, like if it's short term, let's say a guy doesn't have the best style, but like he's really hot and he's confident.
Yeah.
I don't care what they're wearing.
Well, that's the golden thing here. If you're confident and good looking and above 6 feet tall, you can dress like any of these.
You can literally whatever you want.
Yeah.
But yes and no.
Be a fucking hippie.
No, the hippie, no. Still no.
Okay.
Still no, the hippie. But if it's like a short term thing, it doesn't really matter. Like you might be at first attracted
that's the difference
to them.
between the short term and the
you
long
might be
term,
like
right?
at first like okay, like he doesn't have the best style, but like you can see his face is cute, it's going to be a temporary thing, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So you're going to get over it. You're going to be like, "Oh, I'll look past it for tonight."
Yeah.
But if you're going to talk to me long term, like it's hard to get over somebody's sense of style.
That's a fucking nugget though.
Yeah.
When I'm recommending clients on like building ideal profile for those that do have to use, dating apps.
Yeah.
You got to have a photo of you at a wedding or dressed up nice.
Yeah.
So that way they can I can bring this guy places.
Yes.
Like he has been to a wedding. Imagine showing up to a wedding in a t-shirt.
Yeah, no. Not going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of applies the same way too when it comes to like how you act in public though. Like alongside of what you're wearing. Like let's say like you're choosing somebody for long term, you're going to be thinking like, well, like they have to act like the way they're dressing. They have to be confident in themselves as well in that style. Because like, let's say you have a boyfriend and he's like trying to change his style and be better for it and like have a better sense of it because of you. You can't really like.
Well, then you're not being
make
yourself.
Him fit, yeah, you can't make him fit that like thing.
See, that's why this is very important, because women have types.
Yeah.
Right. And if you change yourself, and if you present yourself as somebody that you're not, that person's going to see you first impression. Oh, that guy's corporate.
Yeah.
Right. But if you're not corporate, like, well you lied to me.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing then?
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh, I actually manage KFC.
Or if you're a lumberjack, and everyone's like, maybe you're really smart, you're a coder, but everybody thinks like, oh, this guy's a lumberjack. You caught all the women that would be potentially interested in.
It's like so offside.
Boom.
Yeah.
So that's why you kind of have to dress how you actually are, present yourself how you are.
For sure. And also, like, you're going to be the most confident and comfortable, like, in stuff that you genuinely feel like you like.
Especially the more deep you go, like if you're niche. Right?
Yeah.
So if you're like an academia guy and someone goes over to you like, oh, this guy, have you read this book? Yeah, I have. And it's like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're a bad boy, like, I guess if you have a jacket or something like that and you listen to bands, you probably have a good music knowledge.
Yeah.
If a guy's wearing a Gymshark t-shirt or GymBro,
like you're hoping he goes to the gym.
this guy probably has some fucking good fitness tips.
Yeah.
It could be an idiot, but
but at least got the tips.
Okay, who else is on here? What style's on here that we didn't cover?
I feel like the one that I'm thinking is a combination. Somebody who is so self-sufficiently stylish in general that whatever they wear, they can make work. Because there's a lot of people like that I've met over like this past like year where I'm like, I don't know what I would classify your style as, but it's cool.
Ah, okay.
Right? And like one day you get to meet them and they're in a tracksuit, and the next day maybe they're in a button down. You can tell it's still a flair like of their own personal style.
Gotcha.
But it's totally different from the last thing I saw them in.
So what are some principles, right? I'd say like something that's in right now is oversized tees.
Yeah.
Vintage tees.
Yeah.
So if you got a vintage tee, first of all, it's like, okay, well, you're in the vintage game, so you understand.
Yeah.
And then if it's a cool band or something, it's like, wow, this person listens to this artist or whatever.
Yeah, or they're paying attention.
But it's slightly oversized, maybe ripped, and oversized stuff, like, it just fits. It looks good because then your shoulders look wider than they are.
Yeah.
And then your torso is kind of...
Oversized stuff, I think, always looks good on guys. Like, always.
Right. Yeah, it looks better, right?
Yeah.
And then you got some accessories, chains, necklace, whatever. The jeans, it's not necessarily what kind of jeans, but like how you wear them, right? So are they those thick baggy ones? Those never look good.
No, but neither do the really tight ones.
Can't be skinny jeans
either.
either.
I hate skinny jeans. I feel like someone should torch them.
Yeah, skinny jeans are bad.
They never look good.
Yeah, they could be ripped, but not too ripped.
No.
I have one pair, I actually wore them a lot while I was hiking, and they got ripped even more, and now they're bleeding.
There's like holes everywhere.
They're like a surfer that got bit in half. Yeah. Like that's what they look like.
Yeah.
The footwear too, it's more color based.
The footwear thing too, I feel like that can determine a lot. Like let's say you see like a lumberjack style person.
Yeah.
Depending on their footwear, they could make like that lumberjack style be acceptable if they have the right shoes on.
Yeah. Like
if they're not wearing the steel-toed boots and they're wearing like some kind of like
Chelsea boots.
Yeah, or like something a little bit like not like Chelsea
something
boots.
You tie it. It looks leather, but you tie it up.
Yeah, more casual,
like a
not
high
so
heel,
workish. Yeah, you can make it work.
Almost like a hipster boot.
Yeah, so I feel like the best style that's not even on there is just like the combination.
I think what always looks good too is just classic white Nikes.
Yeah,
just bland.
Yeah,
flat.
That or even like my classic things that I always go to, like even for, like as a girl, is like you want staples in your wardrobe. Like no matter what, like I can have a plaid shirt, I can have whatever leather jacket, but all of what I'm wearing underneath, like these things, is like staples that no matter what, I can still look good. No matter even if I don't have a style, it's just like classy, put together. Maybe you don't have like a niche yet and whatever, but like at least you're talking about it is going to be like the deciding factor, not what you're wearing.
Here's the interesting question. Let's say a guy, not the best looking, but he's got sick style.
Okay.
How many points? What's the difference? How many points would style add?
A lot. If they work
Let's say we're at a 10 though, Let's say he's a 5. Does he become a 7 with good style or a 6? 1 point, 2 point?
2 points, for sure.
2 points.
Maybe 3, depending on how good it is.
Ooh, maybe 3.
Depending on how good it is.
Damn.
Because my biggest thing is like style does come with the personality.
Right.
Because right now, as much as you're talking about...
Oh, actually, well, that's true. Yeah, the style does translate to...
Right? So, like, as much as we're talking right now, like, oh, like, this and that, like, avoid this and that. If your personality is not reflecting that, this is not going anywhere. So
true.
Yeah. So, a lot of the times, it's like, well, your style is sick. Like, maybe you look offside. Maybe you look different from everybody else.
Right.
But then I talk to you, and you're also cocky as fuck, and you know that you're doing it on purpose. So, it's like, that's attractive. You're doing it. You like the style. You don't give a shit what anybody has to say.
Aggressively flamboyant. Yeah. Well, it's like country. Like, hey, I heard this new song. What kind is it? Oh, it's EDM. Oh, I don't like EDM.
Yeah.
Right? You'd never listen to it on your own.
Yeah.
Same idea with basically, yeah. That's what's cool about style. You can convey who you are. And
Yeah.
I think, another style we didn't even cover. This is the worst one. Arguably the worst. Hype beasts. It's people that always wear the brand new name brand, Supreme, Gucci.
Those are like the drug dealers.
Balenciaga or Ball Sack Engia.
What?
You know
Balenciaga?
Whatever that one. Yeah, it's like a bit. It's like you're wearing a sweater with a giant fucking billboard on it.
Okay, yeah. Or the essentials things, like the whatever.
Yeah, why?
Okay, that stuff, it's like, I feel like that's part of the reason why I said I feel like you can mix it. Because, like, to me, I find, like, that stuff can be really attractive if it's in combination with, like, your own style.
Well, those shirts work. I've seen the essential shirts work because it's an oversized. And it's like a tasteful color,
and
like
it's
a cream
nice.
or something.
It's like a nice, like, material. You know, it's expensive. It's, like, kind of, like,
it's also
like,
off balance, right? When you take a shirt that's, like, you know, a couple different colors, or, like, you know, that's why ripped jeans look aesthetic in a certain way. Because there's a slight off balance.
Yeah,
If they were just cookie cutter straight, they wouldn't look as good.
Yeah. But I also feel like me who, like I said, I care so much about style. So if you're going to wear it, like, let's say you're wearing, like, hypey style stuff. But, like, your personality kind of, like, makes it work in the way that, like, you're maybe into social media. Or you're into...
So if you're like a rapper.
I don't know. I guess something along those lines. Something in the creatives. And that kind of fits your brand. Because at the end of the day, like, your style is your personal brand.
Yeah.
Just as much as you are talking about it.
That's true.
Like, no matter what you're doing, where you're going, what you're wearing,
well,
you
especially
are making a brand for yourself.
Yeah. That's true, too. People take you much more seriously when you're dressed, like, in a suit and stuff. Because they're like, damn, this guy's serious.
Yeah.
He's on somewhere
That's
to
what
go.
I said. Yeah, like, he's busy.
Well, you're kind of a unique example because you're very style-based. And even more so than the normal girl. Because all girls like style, right?
I was going to say, I feel like I'm not the person.
So let's just think, like, I wouldn't say dumb, but your basic friends. Not ones that are actively looking up new styles and designing clothes. Like, what do you think they prefer the most? Like, the average chick.
I think they would probably prefer... A go-to would be the corporate for sure.
Really?
Only because it just shows
financial
successful.
security, providing resources.
Exactly. It's more just like a ends meet kind of thing.
That's
like
a linear, relatable path that they followed. So it's safe. It's comfortable.
Exactly. Very safe and comfortable. So I feel like that would definitely be like one of the most attractive ones.
Especially long term.
And the other one would probably be...
Notice how guys wear those as they get older, though?
What?
Like dress shirts and shit.
Oh, yeah. Even if they're not in that world.
Like no 20-year-olds wearing
no chance.
Like, dude, what are you selling door-to-door services?
No. Or you selling credit cards or something?
No. Oh, those guys at Canadian Tire, those guys are the worst.
Oh, my God, they're so annoying.
Like, hey, man, how's it? You know what's funny? They're like how I am when I'm doing prank videos. I'm just going up and talking to strangers.
Yeah.
But
like ambushing you with credit card, though.
But with them, like, I know that they're just going to try and sell me something.
Oh, but it's so annoying because I'm like, don't tell me you like my shoes just to say next sentence. Do you need a credit card? No.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing,
I just took your compliment. Yeah, like, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, just don't beat around the bush. Just tell me you want me to buy a credit card or whatever.
You know what'd be funny, though? If they didn't have any credit card shit on them, and they just came up to you normal, and you're like, wow, like, this guy seems cool. And then he's like,
then they spin it.
Then they rip it out.
Yeah.
You know,
that would be smart on their part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But then you wouldn't trust them also. You'd be like, why do you have credit card? Like, why are you talking about
it depends. Well, yeah, I guess it depends, right? But you know what? That's the thing, too. That's how you can tell people they're just trying to use you, especially in the influencer world, you know?
Yeah.
Buddy, and then like, hey, man, like, we should do a video.
Yeah. Oh, man. And then you're like, oh, yeah? Or like, we should do a collab. Oh, okay.
Bro, you should come follow me back, bro.
And then you're like, all right, let's go. Like, you see a lot of these, like, minimalistic, like, dad types who just wear their like typical Nike t-shirt and their joggers every day and like they call that their style because they don't even know where to start.
They don't know where
or they don't care.
Well, they also don't realize how much it's affecting them.
For sure,
because like we just said, we broke it down really thoroughly, like how people pay attention to how they look, and you know,
and I feel like that's also like people listening to this podcast, like they're caring about this. Some guys don't even realize that they do need to care about this. They don't think it has anything to do.
I think that. I think there's three people that could benefit from this the most. One, people that are afraid to dress how they want. So they dress normal because they're afraid to stand out.
I mean, like, who didn't do that though before? Like,
well, that's what I mean. That's everybody's origin story. So that's like on the defensive. Two, people that are just, they have no idea how to dress. They have money though, and they have time, and they have like, okay, I can spend a little bit of time each week putting thought into what I'm buying. Right? As opposed to like just wearing gifts I got for my family. Third group, I would say, are people that are constantly buying new shit wasting money because they don't know what to do. So all they see, new trend, they're like, oh, I gotta have that.
Yeah, and they don't even know how to style it properly and like what they're doing with it or why they're buying it.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. But it's more so like it's trending right now, but it's not their style. It's just the style that's trending.
That's like a lot of girls out there too, though. It's kind of the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You never really know if that's their style or that's just like what's going on.
Right. Well, that's one of the problems. But the other one is, first of all, the energy and the money, right? Because if you're constantly buying new shit, you're buying it when it first comes out. There's no 30% off. You're paying retail price. And then you wear it till the trend dies.
Yeah.
And then what do you do with it, right?
But then you also overwear it too. Like you get those people, like those guys who like something's trending.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden that's all they wear.
Denim jackets got destroyed.
Yeah. And then you're literally like grinding this one piece of clothing for like whatever, 6 months until the next thing comes along. And it's like that piece of clothing became part of your personality.
Right. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed that. We basically made that up on the spot, that entire thing. But the idea of this episode was to help teach you guys how important style is, how much girls pay attention to it, how much other guys pay attention to it too. That's a massive thing as well.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much advantages that you can add to your arsenal. Things that you would never, like, they're almost too simple. You don't even think about
even
that.
Opportunities and...
But most importantly, though, whatever style or whatever way you dress and position yourself, you have to be able to live up to that. Because if you don't, the person that thinks that you are the way that you dress and present yourself, they're going to be like, what the fuck? They're going to...
Yeah. It's going to come out eventually.
Yeah, you're going to... It's not sustainable.
Yeah,
right?
no, not at all.
The other thing is, too, you ruin it for all the other guys, right? Let's say you meet some guy like, oh, he looks really cool. You talk to him. He's a total idiot. Yeah. Now, every time you see, you know, a hippie, you're going to be like, oh, hippie.
They're
I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
Last hippie I know, he's dumb, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the caveat. But, yeah, guys, make sure to check out Serena on TikTok, Instagram. Link is in the bio below. As always, make sure you hit that like button. Drop a comment for the algorithm. Follow us on Instagram. Leave us 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and any guests you want to see, any topics you want. Join the Discord. We got a Discord. You can suggest your stuff in there. We're looking for interns, too. If you want to help with the production of the show, then send us a message on Discord. Any closing thoughts?
No, that's all. That's all from me.
Perfect. All right, guys. Every Wednesday, 1 p.m. EST. Peace out.
Bye.